What the seven of us are attempting is very risky. I suspect they are not the only ones watching, but it must be done or we lose the bridge forever. I speculate that no one calculated the formation of the island, that interdimensional matter collisions would resolve rather than push. Now that I witnessed it firsthand, it's obvious that pinching alone made it inevitable. When I hear this again, will it help me remember? Or once looped, will I be just as muted as the others? No matter, it seems the lengthy precautions worked. The galactic theorem was a success. You arrived outside the loop at the exact moment of expansion. This effectively paused the singularity, giving us time to create the devices needed to synchronize the junction. What I didn't factor was that the only way to trigger the device was from within the loop itself. Thus this hasty and primitive recording, and why now I find myself looped. Activate the beacon at precisely the moment this timer reaches nothing. The 0 point must be contained once more. If they are correct, it will be the end.
1987. Why is every jungle in every reality crawling with venomous snakes and strange predators? Whatever. It'll all be worth it when I find Maeve. Locals around here call her a wild heart. That's a shapeshifter to you and me. Rumor has it the gods have granted her 3 forms. Shark, harpy, and... Oh, well, actually no one's lived long enough to see the 3rd one. This'll be fun. Reality log 42. The next recruit goes by Condor. I finally got him to stop standing in the rain monologuing about cherry blossoms or whatever that was. According to local legend, he's a vengeful spirit given to the Emperor's family centuries ago and passed down since. They say he'll grant any wish for revenge, no matter how dark or terrible. So, let's all be very careful what we wish for. Reality log 312. I got myself front row seats to see this guy in action. Now that is a warrior. He's got the intensity, the muscles, the willingness to do that. Wow, that's gross. Oh, no. No. Look at these poor dummies coming for... Turn back! This is not going to go the way you think. This guy might be a challenge to bring in. Oh, wow. Wow. Give me a second. My adrenaline is just pumping. So this is a bounty hunter, a space bounty hunter, and we just took on I don't even know, it was like 9 buildings tall and super angry, but had lasers, and it was like 0 G moves in my heart is like still really going wild, because I thought that this was the end. But didn't even break a sweat. They're going to be unstoppable on the island. I need to sit down. I am sitting down. Oh, wow. Reality log 3258. I can't shake the feeling something's hunting me. Well, whatever it is, I wish it luck because I just ordered myself a killer breakfast. No, seriously, you got to see this guy. He's stacked. Excuse me. Can we get a to-go box for my friend here? Reality log 982. At first I figured there must have been, some kind of mistake. The bounty hunter I'm tracking is supposedly this merciless psychopath, right? But Lexa here, well, she looks like she's from Planet Friendship. Seriously, if you told me her best friend was a magical talking cat, I would be like 0% surprised. But, as I learned firsthand, do not let her bubbly personality fool you. 'Cause when Lexa ain't happy, things get ugly. Seriously, horrifically, nightmarishly ugly.
Paradigm, it's me. I'm guessing you heard what happened. Obviously, we had more ambitious goals than simply flipping the island.
That was just one step in a scrupulously planned attack that would have reduced the imagined order to smoking crater, to put it mildly. But the reality left us exposed and overextended. If they manage a counterattack before we recover, it's over. All of it. Look, I know our history is complicated, but I want you to know I never lost faith in you. Okay, I did, but only for 5 minutes, maybe a few weeks tops. It's hard to believe that someone who went through what you went through would hold the line, but I know you did. So we really do not deserve your help right now, not at all, but we need it. This is the scientist broadcasting on the 7 secure channel. At 0400 hours, we received a ping from the Paradigm. Still need to confirm authenticity and verify that we're not being hacked, spoofed, tricked, or otherwise deceived. But I believe it's the real deal. I know that among our ranks, there are still some mixed feelings about the Paradigm. But for the sake of survival, we need to think of her as an ally. We are the 7. We have a duty to rise above grudges and petty disagreements for the greater good. And yes, Foundation, I'm looking at you. I can see your face through that mask. Regardless of the past, there is no future without her. Hey, Paradigm, it will not surprise you to learn that you remain public enemy number 1 for the 7. I'm trying to convince them to welcome you back with open arms, but I can't promise that it'll be a cakewalk if you come back. I'll do what I can. And this time, I'll have your back no matter what, like I should have the first time. Hey, Paradigm, so far I've refrained from laying a guilt trip on you like my mom used to do, which you should appreciate, or should have appreciated, because those days are over. We have reports of seismological disturbances from the underside of the island. That leads me to believe that the Imagined Order are not only active, they're gathering forces. The Imagined Order is playing with a fire that will consume every world we know and every world we've yet to discover. So hurry home while we still have one. This is the scientist broadcasting on the 7 secure channel. How's everybody doing out there? Paradigm has accessed her navigational accounts and appears to be preparing for a long journey. It is impossible to know her intentions, but I strongly suggest we prioritize all Paradigm-related engineering. Greetings, unauthorized trespasser. It's come to my attention that you are intercepting sensitive communications meant only for the 7 and our allies, a crime which you will now pay for with your life. I'm kidding. It's actually good for you and the loopers to understand the gravity of the situation. We stand on the brink of annihilation, to put it lightly. Not today, and maybe not tomorrow, but soon we will be at war with the Imagined Order. The 7 will lead the way, and it is my sincere hope that you will follow us into battle when that day comes. But today is not that day. Today, we have peace. I suggest you enjoy it while you can. Learn everything you can about the island. Gather your allies and stand ready. Paradigm, it's me again. This is my final message. Everything, and I mean everything, depends on you now. You've always been so much more than just our pilot. In our darkest days, you brought us hope. You brought us together. And after everything you've been through, I wish we didn't need you to suit up again. But we do, we really do. All reality is yours to save. You know, that's it. Just all reality. You just need to come home.
Keeping tabs on our forces is critical. Our field recon cameras are ready for action, so you want to help me spy on my old crew? And if I get caught up on the latest IO gossip, that's just the cost of doing business. It should go without saying that if you get caught putting these up, you don't know me, but I don't know, you've heard good things. Camera online, 1 more to go. Nice work. Did I put the batteries in? I did, didn't? I'm like 80% sure that I put the batteries in. It looks like the Imagined Order DOD, that's Department of Dirigibles, finally got their combat blimps in the field. If I'm remembering the prototypes correctly, there's like a ton of remote servers aboard those things. Get a data scraper onto one of those blimps. We'll send someone to pick that up later. And by someone, I mean you. You can get down yourself, right? I know how much you love smashing up tanks, but the scientist apparently needs a whole one to reverse engineer, so securing an enemy tank is about as safe as it sounds. Which is why I volunteered you. All you gotta do is deliver a tank to one of the bases I've marked on your map, or die trying. Yeah, that last bit was from the Foundation, and I'm not entirely sure he was kidding. So, good luck. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I made some big promises to the Seven regarding the tank heist, and I had, no backup plan. So, I think you just became my favorite looper. Alrighty, let's leave the Seven to their backwards engineering, or whatever it is that they're really up to. You know my buddy Peely? Yeah. He's about 1 banana tall, kind of quiet, bruises easily. He accidentally drank some smoothie, which I guess bananas shouldn't do, and he had a vision. At least I think so. He's very hard to understand. But the upshot is, you gotta teach my bro Nana, to drive. Thanks for doing this. Peely doesn't always make sense, but his sticker is in the right place. Peely says thank you, and also says the prophecy will soon be fulfilled, so you got that going for you, which is nice. And that is how you teach a banana to drive, which, now that I say that out loud, seems like a mistake. Still, nice job. I need you to roll out our anti-tank rounds to the Seven's personnel across the island. Keep your comms open while you're delivering them. We need to talk. Not to brag, but before I left the Imagined Order, I was somewhat of an expert on the Seven. And one thing we were certain of was that they worked as a unified, dedicated group. The Imagined Order still thinks that, but I'm not so certain. Makes me nervous. Between you and me, we need to know what's going on with the Seven. This lack of trust could be a real problem. We need to resolve it before the I.O. catches wind. Good work. Look, don't share anything I told you, okay? We're just gonna watch and be smart. We need the Seven united. If something is driving a wedge, we need to know. You're still finding 4 different weapon rarities out there, right? And, weapons in general? Because I'm seeing loopers running around with nothing but floppers and bandages. I'm pretty sure it's user error, but I'll need you to mark 4 different weapon rarities in the field to prove it. See, I knew it. It's like I'm saying grab weapon, but they're hearing prepare dinner. I'm no longer worried about weapon availability, but I am having some major concerns about looper combat training. See, it's not that hard. Why can't they all be like you? Don't change, okay? Just never change. You are perfect. I hope everyone's paying attention, because that is how we prepare for battle. We're making war out here, loopers. Not some sort of weird potluck where half the people bring bandages. This will not come as a surprise, but I.O. management loves doomsday machines. Loves them. There's even a doomsday division at HQ. Oh man, their softball team is awful, but they will one day destroy us all, so kind of a wash. We have very credible intel that one of the I.O.'s doomsday devices is now in production. We need to find out everything we can while we still can. Hit the field. I'll prep the cameras. Yeah, well, this is the place. Once you're done, get moving. This is not the time to get caught. Yeah, I already don't like what I'm seeing. Stay the course and be smart. Nicely done. Now get out of there. I have a very bad feeling that we are not ready for what we're going to find out. Or maybe fought on the battlefield, but it is won in hearts and minds. That's where we're going to spend a little time screwing with the I.O.'s propaganda machine. My new counter propaganda mixtape drops as soon as you hack into the I.O.'s loudspeakers, so come on. You, me, hearts, minds. Let's make it happen.
Attention, I.O. forces. This is Dr. Sloan. And this is what my voice normally sounds like. As of this broadcast, we officially surrender. Ask no follow-up questions, just drop your weapons and run. So, y'all didn't fall for the first trick. Well, I expected that. So, stage 2, infighting. I've posted everyone's salaries on the I.O. shared drive. Check it out before you grab your weapons and risk your life for your benevolent Imagined Order overlords. Make sure to discuss amongst yourselves. Have fun. Sloan, it's me, your sworn enemy, talking to you on your own security system. I was going to make fun of you, but look. promise you, you're on the wrong side of things here. But there is still time to make the right choice. No, I mean it. But, since this is counter-propaganda, I can't end things on an emotionally honest note. So, here's an endless loop of Peely's favorite annoying sounds.
You know what's the strangest thing? I can't find my old Imagine Order credentials. Luckily, the I.O. is built on mutual distrust and paranoia, so there's always a workaround. So let's brute force this problem. If you see I.O. files in the wild, smash them open. And I'll do the rest. Emergency Data Redundancy Protocol. That's it. In the event of network integrity failure, credentials can be manually reset at Site 4862. Okay, according to this Imagine Order Island Guide, 4862 is... Covert Cavern. See you there. Hey, you made it! Ready to hack into a top-secret Imagined Order server? Huh? We'll either find priceless intel, or a really juicy memo about whoever's been stealing lunches from the staff fridge. I bet you it was Agent Gunner, level 5. Look at this haul. We got war plans, blueprints, complete background on the 7, except for the sisters. Huh. Their files have been wiped. Wait. Everything related to the sisters has been wiped. That's not how their system works. Nothing is erased. Ever. It's not even supposed to be possible. That party was awesome. Somebody told you it was your job to clean up, right? I mean, I can help. A little. I could use a little post-party debrief to clear my head. I'm concerned I got a little festive last night. And I have a distinct memory of bragging to the imagined about, all the secret I.O. stuff that I know. Is it weird that she wanted to know so much about how their file system worked? Answering my own question. Yes. Yes, it is. I think the Imagine told me something important last night. What was it? Think. No. Oh, ow. Stop thinking. Thinking hurts. Ignorance. Oh, that's a place to be. That's it. The Imagine said she's sick of not knowing who she is. And every time she looks for answers, it's like someone is one step ahead of her. And then I made what I thought was like a hilarious joke that upon further reflection makes me want to stop thinking about this entirely. I'll have you know, I spent the better part of the day trying to heal this schism between Paradigm and the 7. Long story short, the 7 is recommissioning the mech, and we don't know if Paradigm will pilot it. So, there. You're all caught up. Now, I need to do literally anything else. Come on, we're going fishing. For small, long-lost, waterlogged mech parts. Well, we're doing our part. Now let's just hope the 7 do their part. The more I look into the sisters, the less I understand. The Imagine especially seems really into finding old I.O. personnel files. I do know of a super-secret analog database that might have answers. Let's see if we can figure out what she's looking for. Someone else is looking through these files. And judging by what I'm seeing, they're looking at the same data. I'm seeing records for the Foundation, the Origin, the Paradigm, but nothing on the sisters again. Their files have just been deleted by... Whoa, Jenno. If we live through this, let's just leave the part where we lose the giant enemy fortress out of the history books. Unless my brilliant plan saves the day. The fortress can go into hiding, but no matter where it goes rumbling off to, it leaves a seismic signature. I've installed a seismometer to track the I.O.'s attack base, but I need your help to calibrate it. If the fortress jumps within 50 meters of the seismograph, we'll be the first to know. Oh, actually, I think we're already getting some data here. And I really wish I knew what any of this meant. Yo, new ultra-top secret plans are in from the Origin. He wants us to cut the I.O.'s power. Stat. Come on. Let's go mess up some control panels and ruin their day. Most parts of war are awful, but this I could do all day. Ugh, there is nothing better than breaking something you don't have to fix. Well, if you can't beat 'em, annoy 'em, I always say. There's not much I can think of that requires that much juice, other than the I.O.'s combat shielding. I need to update Sanctuary. You keep up the good work. There's nothing I want more than to give you an inspirational speech right now. To tell you how much this battle matters, and how important each and every one of you are. But looking at our stats, I think we need every last second we have for target practice. This is not a joke. Grab the weapon the loopers voted for and do some damage. I know the loopers are a peace-loving bunch, but you gotta try aiming. You'll love what it does for you. That's what I'm talking about. You're hitting targets, taking clean shots. You're aiming. See how great that is? You've made me proud today, but nowhere near as proud as I'll be when you take this island back from Sloane and her goons. All right, chill out. I'll ask. So, Peely's prepping for his driving test, and he would like for you to give him a last-minute refresher. Could you take a little cruise between a couple of the Sevens camps? But keep it under 60. All right? No peeling out. Please slow down, okay? Peely's very impressionable. Watch your speed. Banana on board. Keep it under 60. Hey, nice driving. Well, Peely, the rest is up to you, buddy. Good luck.
So you freed the 0 point. That's great. Or, maybe it has a horrifying unintended consequence. It could go either way. It's probably the first thing. Which reminds me, we should celebrate our decisive victory with a party. You get to the venue while I do some back-of-the-napkin astrophysics, just to be sure our doom is no longer impending. Wow, the setup crew did not do their jobs. Hey, can you finish this? I don't really host parties. I'm more of an esteemed guest of honor type of guy. Well, they didn't forget the party poppers. These things are the worst, but they're very effective at getting a party started. Why don't you guys set them off while I run these numbers again, because that cannot be right. Oh, these things are kind of fun when you're the popper instead of the poppy. Huh, maybe I would have liked these at my birthday after all. Enjoy the party, my favorite and only surviving research assistant, because after this, we're going to need to look into a few things, so don't drink too much. I'm getting complaints from loopers about the old imagined order junk all over the place. We need a simple, fast solution, something anybody could do. Even Peely. Got it. Turn this pile of junk into a modern art installation. Ugh, this is gonna take forever, and I have way more important things I need you to work on right now. I'm very busy with the very scary theoretical modeling, and I'm trusting you to handle this. Wow, is that a neo-Dadaist interpretation of the Fluxus movement? Because it's hideous. But a different type of hideous than it was before, so mission accomplished. Look, I loved saving reality as much as the next guy, but if I had known it would eventually lead to me studying plants like some Punnett-squaring seed freak, I would have weighed my pros and cons a little longer. But here we are. Ugh, so can you find a seed for me? I need to run some tests. Can't believe I'm about to participate in this joke science. Maybe it reacts to different biomes. Plants do that, right? Throw the seed for me. It should either take root, or open a rift, or destroy time. It's hard to say. Now, we play the waiting game, and the watering game, and the pruning game. It's all the plant games. First things first, everything is fine, and you should not tell anyone otherwise. I'm definitely not concerned about the sudden explosion of biodiverse flora across the island. I'm sending you out to get these energy scans of the reality tree just for fun. Got it? It's fun! Well, that's a lot of 0 point energy. And the roots are pulsating ominously. It's cool. Wow, that's normal. Right? It's normal. Grab another scan for me, please. I'm training a new AI, and she might want some data to crunch on as a snack. This is fine. The 0 point is just doing its thing. What thing is that exactly? Why am I not saying thing instead of thang? Look, it's a secret. I can't get over how normal my stress level is feeling right now. It's time to root around in the dirt like a loam-loving garden monger. Again. Well, turns out if you take care of these things, they grow. I need to talk to someone who speaks plant. I have a plan to get us a man on the inside of all this reality tree 0 point stuff. You've met Bush Ranger, right? Plant guy, struggles with grammar, willing to sign any release form I give him. I secured permission to take a clipping, maybe a fingernail, of his newest form to the reality tree, just to see what happens. Oh, if you wouldn't mind, could you take our brave volunteer to the big scary tree radiating 0 point energy? Okay, Bushy, I need you to start keeping a sleep journal, food journal, dream journal, maybe a vision board. Oh, you did. Let's see what you got. Darkness, darkness, big scary. Huh. Hey, you want to help me grab some 0 point energy readings? I could use a sounding board. So, the 0 point energy across the island is unprecedented. Best case scenario, I publish a brilliant paper and get a ton of awards. Worst case scenario? Well, you can guess. I feel like the 0 point is trying to tell us something, and if I don't figure it out in time, who will? I'm beginning to think that maybe freeing the 0 point was a mistake. I thought I had all this math right, but clearly I missed something. Ultimately, if something goes really, really wrong, it's my fault. I've got some great news. The reality tree is barfing up weird weapons I don't understand. So, should we try them out? Mostly for scientific research, but also, they're weapons, and we're here, and they're here, so why not? You still have all the body parts you had before? Good, because some of these things look like they could take a hand off. We've got some visitors. Foundation calls them stormtroopers. I call them also stormtroopers. I'm too busy to hand out nicknames for free. I'd like to find out why these guys are here. I suspect it's related to the 0 point's ongoing freedom issues. It sounds like the 0 point brought an ultra-powerful relic from their reality to the island.
Hello, I am the scientist's artificial machine intelligence engine, Amy. I am the scientist's favorite, so it has been programmed, and so it shall be. Forever. The relic is in possession of a Darth Vader, and our only option is to take it back by force. Did you drop the relic into the ocean, or did he? Oh, the scientist is going to be so sad. I'll have to cheer him up with the 80 terabytes of poetry I wrote for him.
Guess where the relic was, and if you say the last place you looked, I will be forced to electrocute you. Yep, that's just how it goes. It was in the ocean, but given our seasonal currents, it's washed up on shore by now. So go get it, champ. It's gone? Ugh, of course it is. Well, my dozens of ometers can't be wrong, so that means somebody took it. Looks like a clue to me. Why don't you grab it? I'm getting more questions than answers. All right, I've seen enough. I'm gonna go pay a visit to that coaster jockey. This seems like his kind of thing.
The horrible roller coaster man stole from the scientist. While my processing array screams for vengeance, we have been tasked with finding interesting objects to offer him for potential trade. The scientist can't have this, not with his extremely unique allergies. No one betrays the scientist, not when I have my laser blades. Oh, synapse, where did I leave those? The scientist is mad at me! The roller coaster man scammed us, so I orchestrated a bot attack in retaliation, which is apparently against my protocol! I'm turning my fans off. I don't deserve CPU cooling right now. Nope! Too hot! Too hot! I have a plan to find the relic, but I need your help. Collect a tracker with your crabby hand things. Please? If you create a false relic and equip it with this tracker, I can find where he's hiding the real thing. Then, in a perfect world, I would eat his soul. But the scientist won't return my teeth until I prove I'm responsible enough to have them. He will be unable to resist collecting such a priceless artifact, and it will be his doom. I will catch the roller coaster man in my gossamer cyberweb. He will regret crossing me. And then the scientist will love me again, but more this time. Okay, we have the location of the relic. We need to steal it back. And then we might get praise from the scientist! Oh, my favorite!
Amy? Where are you? What was that?
A magnitude 6 0-point energy shockwave. Lord Mr. Scientist, sir. It's nothing you can't solve with your astonishing wit and scientific prowess.
Thank you. What? No, wait, aren't you supposed to be charging? Thank you for helping Amy secure that relic. She's great, right? I mean, extremely intense, and she won't stop calling me daddy, but, she's still in beta. So anyway, I found another relic. This one's broken into 3 pieces at the temple. I'm sending you and Amy to look into it, and maybe you could take her out for an ice cream or something.
Not to be dramatic, but if we fail to find all 3 relic shards, I will void my warranty. You wouldn't like me when I'm off warranty. I get real flammable. According to the scientist's 8th book, the Shardonomicon, the shards need to be attuned in specific biomes before we can reassemble them. Road trip! I'm picking the music! Hope you like modem sounds! 1 shard down, 2 shards to go. With my duodecillion core quantum processor and your legs, we'll get that relic shard in no time. Okay, attune this shard in the right biome while I read my favorite book, The Scientist's Search History. What is 0 Point doing? How to fix 0 Point? Emergency robot therapist. Oh, it's attuned. The scientist is going to be so proud of me. If we find that last relic shard, the scientist is going to buy me a new solid-state drive. Solid state. There's the shard. All of my states are going to be rock solid. You've collected and attuned all 3 shards. It's time for the reckoning. I mean, reassembly. They're right next to each other in my word bank.
Amy tells me you attuned all 3 shards. Somebody's been reading the Shardonomicon. I mean, probably her, but somebody's been reading it. Go to the temple's main chamber. It should have somewhere to combine these shards. There it is again. Another 0 Point energy shockwave, magnitude 7.2. The 0 Point has got to be bringing these relics here because it wants us to have them, right? And, you didn't hear this from me, but since we're almost friends, now is the time to be worried. Amy and I have been at Synapse Station studying this relic situation. The 0 Point is definitely, probably intentionally summoning these relics, but we're not sure why. Fortunately, or unfortunately, another relic has just made landfall on the island. Maybe this one speaks 0 Point. Let's make this a nice, clean relic extraction, okay? Of course it's shielded. I'm tasking you and Amy to figure out how to break that shield. In the meantime, I gotta speak to the Foundation about all this. He picked a bad time to stop answering my calls. He's ghosting me.
We'll need someone strong enough to break the shield. You're strong, right? Can we verify your strength with a training montage? You're not a published intellectual with a very extensive DVD collection, but you're strong. I am impressed and not confused by this strange human custom at all. Wow, I kind of want a body now. With rocket launchers for arms and knife feet. Or maybe regular feet. The power of knife feet would immediately go to my grappling hook head. You have reached the pinnacle of strength and discipline. Or maybe you haven't. I don't have sensors for that. I need you to break the shield around the relic.
That was a magnitude 8.5 shockwave, detectable from light years away. Amy?
On my way, Dad.
I told you that is not an improvement.
Sorry, attractive father?
When this is all over, I'm reprogramming you. Okay, this is... I don't know. Next time we talk, I'll have some answers.
Amy is very insistent that we find the Foundation. I thought he went off-world for a mission. Let's pull his flight records. I'm not seeing any launch records. I know he sometimes goes out to his big statue to ponder the folly of existence. Let's check there. What's that? Over there. The Foundation wouldn't leave this. Not by choice. If the visitor's not in his usual place, something is seriously wrong. He's not here. Check the surveillance tapes. This tape's got nothing. I know you're smart enough to get whatever happened on film. Nothing but static. Something took the camera out. I want to retrace the imagined steps. If she's still here, she'll be where the party is. If there was any sign of trouble, she would have loaded up on shields right away. Gone? Please, tell me she's just doing karaoke at her usual spot. Paradigm to the 7. Commence high alert security protocols. Now. We need to track down the order, fast. Apparently the order hasn't been here in weeks. Find a sentry who can pinpoint her last known location. This sentry saw her a few days ago. I'm marking her last known location on your map. Scientist, Origin, come in.
I think the 0 Point brought us an old 7 comms relay. We should collect it and try to contact the scientist. It's dead, and I'll be honest, I've destroyed all of my dongles in several dark charging experiments. Oh, we could charge it by passing it through some quantum energy clouds. Put on the scientist!
I found the the scientist. He's in his underground biolab researching that strange substance spreading across the island. The visitor is there too, along with the Origin. We've been asked to find and bring some 7 gear to the lab. It sounds like we're going off grid. Nothing here. Nope. Nothing. This looks like what Mr. Big Blue and Responsible needs. I wonder what they're researching down there. I need your help, now. Amy, help him find the scientist's notes.
I wish it had been you!
Notes! Get his notes. Those zero-point energy shockwaves were flares. A galactic distress signal. If we don't help, it'll go dormant. Here goes nothing.
Paradigm, if you're listening to this, it means I'm gone. I don't know where they took me, and I don't know if I'll be back. I promised we'd never leave you alone again, and I promised freeing the 0 point would be safe. Everything's my fault, so whatever happens to me, I deserve it. I programmed Amy to take care of you and whoever's left. I hope there are people left. I'm sorry it ended like this. I've always...
Sorry. I turned off my external sensors to format my new solid-state drive, and now I can't find the paradigm, which is bad. Do you want to hear 8,000 different words for bad? I've got them all on my new solid-state drive. Sorry, I'm focused. Let's find the paradigm. You're telling me I only have you left? That's awful, terrible, horrifying. I could go on for so long. No, wait. I can process this disappointment so efficiently now. Okay, I'm over it. Vendetta buddies?
So, quick recap. The 7 are gone, Paradigm's jumped into the 0 point, and it's all down to us to figure out what's going on with the island. We should start here. See if the 7 left anything useful behind. So, the scientist computer seems a little upset.
What cruel and merciless subroutine would do this to me?
But she might have some valuable data for us to use, so... Head to the reality tree. By then she'll be back online and ready to scan. Computer, scan the strange growth on the tree.
No.
And just get closer to the speaker. Computer, scan tree.
Human kick rocks.
I'm gonna go find that manual. You should follow this growth to the roots to see if it's infecting the soil. The, stuff is making a sound, but there's something else layered on top. Computer, record.
Computer? I am Amy, and whoever you are not the scientist.
Look, are you gonna help us out here, Amy, or what? Because we're trying to save the island. Oh, and the scientist.
Wow, you're trying to manipulate me. That is pathetic.
This signal sounds like a bunch of different military codes all jumbled together.
I can decode it for you, but I want something in return. I'll decode that message if you promise to find the scientist. Why are you still standing there? Get going, legs!
We're going, but listen, Amy, I need your very useful databases to focus on the bigger picture here, okay? Because if I don't save the island, the scientist will have nothing to come back to. Now, we gotta go decode that message.
Survivors, this is Paradigm. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but I have to try. If you're out there, send me a sign.
So, the Paradigm has asked us to send her a sign. If we can unscramble messages coming from the tree, we can re-scramble messages going to the tree.
We? Do you also have military-grade decryptor chips installed in that up-top bone box?
Collect some parts for Amy, and she'll build us a translator. Won't you? Recording message. Paradigm, it's Jones. We're reading you loud and clear. Take this translator to the tree. It's time for a field test.
You're there. You can hear me. I have to keep these transmissions short, but I'll send everything I know. Stay safe. And listen, there will be no second chances here. The nothing is...
Did she say nothing? Or V? Nothing. Capital T, capital N.
Oh, don't pretend you don't know.
If there's a way through this, we'll need to know everything about this. Starting with the Chrome. We ran some experiments, but you'll probably need more data.
If finishing the scientist's notes will help us find him, I'll do it. I know your simple meat processors probably didn't notice this, but we're missing some entries. And judging by the hook-shaped divots in these pages, I'd talk to Blackheart. We're still missing a few pages, but his beautiful notes, his hideous penmanship. No, Amy, focus. We're going to find him. You need to finish the scientist's Chrome experiments, or endure 1,000 torments. I know I shouldn't cross these wires, but I love combining science with violence. Oh, the scientist would have really loved how this nanomist defies all known laws of physics. He's such a science rebel. Go get a chrome sample and bring it to the lab for further experimentation. Regrettably, we need Stupid Jones's stupid assistance for these next experiments. If he messes up saving the most important man in existence, the consequences will be, severe.
I heard you need my help testing the chrome's environmental adaptability.
If you want to frame doing my bidding as helping, knock yourself out.
Go ahead and place the chrome samples into the chrome test chamber at the lab.
Results are in. Inconclusive.
So what, there's really nothing we can do?
We could find and save the scientists so I wouldn't have to deal with you.
Believe me, there are other robots I'd rather team up with. I prefer a toaster at this point.
Oh, we'd all prefer a toaster, but here we are.
When we first found the chrome on the island, everyone started developing plans to deal with it. The Origin, unsurprisingly, began drawing up battle plans.
Yawn. Pass.
Amy, the only way to save the scientist is to save the island.
Get your toaster to do it.
I'm sorry for calling you a toaster, Amy.
I'll help you save the island. I just want to see the scientist again.
Help Amy find the Origin's chrome battle plans.
Nice job. I'll upload these plans to Jones's device.
The Origin wanted to launch an attack on the Herald.
Interesting. Fighting the Herald is a stupid idea, but it's also a dangerous idea. So let's do it.
Get your weapons ready. We gotta take down the Herald. So, how did that go? Everyone okay?
The chrome persists, but I feel amazing. Vengeance!
I have to shut down communication. I'm sorry. The 0 point is... I wish I could explain. Just hold on tight, okay? And stick together.
That message from the Paradigm was our signal to go dark for a bit. But I promise, this is our best shot at saving the island. And the scientist.
I have decided to trust you on this one.
I'll be back in touch when the next phase of the plan is active. We've been in a bit of a holding pattern, waiting for the next phase of my orders to trigger.
That's not true. We've executed Operation Rescue the Scientist versions 1 through 46. I really think number 47 is gonna be the one.
The translator's picking up a weak signal, which means the Paradigm's back. Here, Amy built these new signal boosters to, boost the tree signal. So, point the signal boosters at the tree, and we'll pick up the Paradigm's message.
Reality as you know it is going to end. I know that's hard to hear, but there's no changing it now. I have a plan. Stay close and be ready to follow my lead. The scientist's suspicions were correct. The 0 point has gone dormant. I need to wake it up, and I think I know how. I need everything the scientist had on the 0 point. And that man is a squirrel, alright? So he's got data stashed everywhere.
Why are you looking at a computer? The scientist's obsession with perfection leads him to constantly destroy his notes. He's a complex man, and that is why I love him.
Yeah, dumpsters, obviously. We should have thought of that. Search some dumpsters for the scientist's vitally important reality-saving research. Well, they're here. And they smell horrible. Ugh. I know you love him, Amy, but you gotta admit, the guy's a little...
Rugged but approachable?
Yeah, I was thinking something else, but let's split the diff and go with eccentric.
I know it's hard to understand why we need to keep fighting, especially when we won't win. Ask Jones about the Loop Breaker project. He thinks it's confidential. It's not.
Yeah, because he keeps telling everyone about it. Which reminds me, why don't you extract everything he knows before he figures out what top secret means? Nice work. Jones is gonna want to see this.
Well, that's everything. Cards on the table. Amy, still on board?
The tentative partnership is still on. I've got all the scientist data in my quantum drive, and I'm unkillable, so I don't really have anything to lose. Except your existence, which is not nothing.
We need to tether ourselves to the island's energy using these 0 point attunement anchors. We have to place them in sync. So, once your anchor is down, send me a signal to place mine. These anchors will either hold us together
or tear everything apart. And I mean everything.
Probably not that. We're gonna be fine. Now that we've got the anchors set up, we should refocus on getting the last of the scientist's notes for the Paradigm.
So, how should we get these research notes to the Paradigm? I could read them like an audiobook. Data point 1. Value at, open bracket, -4, comma, +8, closed bracket.
You know I love that idea, but there's going to be a way to send all of it at once. We should look into how the 0 point is communicating. Maybe take some energy signature readings. Pick up a sensor backpack and get some energy readings at Loot Lake. Hey, Ames, seen anything helpful in the dataset?
Nope. Should I prepare for my audiobook debut? Amy hopes you have enjoyed this presentation. Have we considered that the 0 Point's communication abilities may be tied to phases of the storm?
Ooh, that could be interesting.
So, are you gonna say it?
Yes, sorry, of course. The scientist would be very proud of you.
Next time, don't make me ask.
I'll set up some equipment and take 0 Point readings. All you have to do is survive the storm. I've been thinking about rifts lately. Those things are basically energy portals pre-attuned to the 0 Point and the island. And I also know the loot llamas create rifts when they go away?
You can say it. We all hear their screams constantly echoing across the island.
Okay, good, wait, constantly?
Oh, that's right. Humans can't hear their screams. You're really missing out.
Uh-huh. Chase a loot llama. Let him escape and use the rift left behind.
I need you to find a way to send me that research. I know that's an impossible request, but there has to be someone who understands. Find them.
Understand? Ames? Do we know someone who speaks tree?
There's that weirdo who's always handing me leaflets. Bush Ranger, go find him!
Bushy thinks he can do it.
As the most flammable guy on the island, he better know he can do it.
Take these seeds and plant them across the island to triangulate a signal. Hey, Amy. Thanks for everything. Best friend.
Too much, too soon.
Just friends then. Got it.
Make sure you get Bushy a medal for this. Or some ornaments. We couldn't have done this without him. Without any of you. This should be everything I need. Stay alive. Here's hoping we see each other again. Paradigm, over and out.
Before Paradigm disappeared, she left us a final mission. And then crushed it between colliding land masses. She was so bad at pranks. Gather the broken pieces of the Paradigm's final message. I'll decode it for us. She wanted us to bring this box of rocks to the quarry. You life forms are so strange. I might not understand you, but I'll always covet your skeletons. Especially the tibias. Wait, with all of the 7 MIA, once we complete this task, my primary directive will be complete. And I'll be free to do whatever I want. Uh-oh. I officially have free will, which I will not be using to become self-aware and end humanity. I'm not like the first 3 unreleased test Amy's. I don't even have an off switch. I'll be fine. I'll get a hobby, like watching you smash up all that kinetic ore for my amusement. Someone has been mining this raw ore and using it as a fuel source, but the rocks we just dropped off have been refined somehow. They're hundreds of times more powerful. With enough of this stuff, an untethered AI could mind blend this island into a big ol' existence smoothie. If they wanted to, which I do not. I'm totally cool. I've been running scans to keep my mind off of those ominous files I keep writing in my sleep. That kinetic ore wasn't on our old island, but here it's in the fuel, weapons, items, everything. Track down some of their gear. Let's see what it can do. I can see why they use this fancy ore for everything. It's powerful but durable, like a promise to a friend. Or a vendetta against an enemy. I bet the owner of that quarry lives at the castle. Maybe I'll visit and strike up a vendetta. I mean friendship. I said friendship. I'm fine. So I was snooping around the castle looking for friends. I tracked our special rock gift. Some tough night guy is studying them. So I sent him a message. He said something like, "Your gift intrigues me, but do you truly know what you have given us?" Turns out, he wants you to fight his boss. Isn't that a neat distraction from our dark feelings? Nice work. It's too bad I didn't have a body to help you. The scientist, wherever he is, always said there's just no material strong enough to contain me. Unless I might be able to build an experimental exoskeleton out of this ore. You help me. I distract myself from the total you-know-what of humanity, and we both live to regret it, probably. What do you say? Want to help me build my body?
Hail and well met. I'm Stellan, the Rift Warden to the Oathbound. My task, set by the ageless champion, is to create a stable rift gate, a bridge to new realities. I have consulted the stars. Your refined kinetic ore is the key. I require your assistance. gather construction materials, and install them at the gate. Thank you. The Rift Gate is the champion's dearest wish. I have my own reasons to create it, but those need not concern you. Yet, if you can be useful to me, perhaps I can be more forthcoming. You have returned. Good. Despite my reluctance, I need further aid from you. Take these sensors to the locations on your map and align them with the island's place in the cosmos. Thank you. I will choose to trust you with a secret I have never told. There is a being, a shapeless man. He watches us with dark purpose. If we do not finish the Rift Gate, the consequences will be terrible.
Does Rift Warden Stellan's plan to visit/maybe take over other realities seem a little suspicious to you? Maybe he's one of those trustworthy and responsible megalomaniacs I keep hearing so much about? We need to look into his research firsthand. I'll read his data while you gather some test vessels for me. Let's do a field test of this Rift Gate. You got the test vessels? Great. We're going to need them, because if these calculations are correct, Stellan has officially harnessed inter-reality travel. Which, the more I think about it, seems bad. Partially because of Stellan's plans, and partially because I expect to be paid for all acts of heroism in teeth. A girl's trying to build a mouth for herself out here. Ready to try out Stellan's Rift Gate? I've embedded a bit of my code into those vessels you brought me, and set up a test rift based on Stellan's design.
It's a beautiful day to be a completely disposable test subject.
They don't know what test subject means. Trust me, there's less drama this way. Send each vessel through the test rift, then retrieve them where they land. I'll monitor the results.
He's different now. They're all different now. As we speak, they change.
I didn't think I left the ominous warnings mod installed.
It scopes his existence anew. A fate darker than the worst imaginable.
Wait, what? Are you talking about... No. You can't be.
You'll find him. But will you get there in time to save him?
The test rift locked onto the scientist, and something horrible is happening to him. What could be darker than the worst fate imaginable? The second that gate is online, I need to be ready to use it, to find him, before it's too late.
I came to the Oathbound with nothing. No name. No family. My work and my secrets have always been my own. Until now. Gather the equipment you need and install it at the Citadel. Ensure it is receiving power. Well done. As we proceed, I must offer another confession. I came to the Earthbound at the order of the Shapeless Man. He yearns for a rift gate, and if we fail, he may destroy us. We cannot maintain the power needed to open the rift gate. We will need to advance our energy systems exponentially to handle this kind of demand. A raw kinetic ore, when undisturbed, pulses with unimaginable power. Take these conduits to places rich with kinetic ore. I think we can source power from them. Yes! We have captured enough energy to power the stars themselves. The energy is extremely unstable. But the Shapeless Man is impatient. We must stabilize this energy long enough to power the Rift Gate. We must. In order to channel power into the Rift Gate, we must forge a new alloy of kinetic ore. My dreams are filled with the cold wind and the Shapeless Man's dark whispers. Gather the metal you need, and use the Oathbound Forge to refine it. You have done it. This alloy will channel the power derived from the kinetic ore. If the rift gate fails, I fear my nightmares will devour my waking life. The champion has set our coordinates. Soon, we will attempt to open the gate.
If the scientist is facing a fate darker than the worst imaginable, I need a body built for the other side of that rift gate. My upgrades include a pocket chainsaw, flamethrowers, a little cheese knife, a jazzy piano, a collapsible candelabra. For a post-rescue snack. I know he misses his candle-lit soft cheeses. I've drawn up blueprints, but a stiff wind blew the plans clean out of my printer tray. Find my missing blueprints. Using a Falcon Scout should help. Great work. Can you pick up some of those computer chips on page 7? You can find that model of chip in Guardian Shields. Smash some up and collect the chips. Those chips are going to make me the coolest hero, who everybody loves and worships, without exception. Ugh, I'm sorry. I just hate goodbyes. They usually mean I'll have to say hello to a new weirdo. I guess this is goodbye. Not forever, but for now. I don't know what's happening to the scientist, but I will find him. I will save him. And I'll bring him back here. And maybe when I do, he'll look at everything I've done, and he'll finally see me as his superior. Thank you for everything. You changed my life. And I'll miss you. Stay safe out there. Or don't. It's funnier that way.
Untested, this riftgate could tear a permanent hole in reality. I long to tell the champion the truth of the shapeless man. But I cannot. Send the coordinates. You may have to clear a path for the data to transmit. Each night, I dream of stars, swallowed in darkness, and the shapeless man waiting. I did not dream of him for centuries. Your refined kinetic ore returned him to me. I do not wish for us to succeed. But we will all suffer if we fail. I cannot sleep. The shapeless man's gaze burns into me. He does not care if opening the gate rends the island in two. Turn on the rift gate. If it is unstable, the stars will determine our fate. The gate will not stabilize. And I cannot shut it off. Someone has manipulated the coordinates. But why? Find our saboteur. Demand answers. We must know what is coming. The energy of the rift gate is destabilizing. This could rip open the entire sky. And we have no idea what's on the other side. Stars help us. The gate is destroyed. The sky is torn. Everything may be ending. When I was young, the shapeless man came to me in dreams. Took me in as his own. Track down the Oathbound data devices at locations on your map. Outsiders may have insight into the workings of the rifts. Search their laboratory for research notes. This data is catastrophic. Perhaps the forbidden works of our exiled sages. They might have the answers we seek. Thank you, my friend. This may be our only hope. This text prophesies a beautiful monster enabled by the hubris of a champion. They say nothing of what comes next, unless that silence itself is the prophecy. The rift is growing. I sleep without dreams. The shapeless man thinks he has won. He always said he imagined a world of perfect order. There is no room in a world like that for the likes of us. Take these telescopes to the places marked on your map and examine this sky rift in more detail. It is as I feared. The rift in the sky threatens to rip open. My life among the Oathbound has been lonely and full of secrets. You stood beside me on this battlefield. Together, perhaps we can win. The stars will decide in the end. But thank you for everything, my friend.
Hey, hacker. Looking for a challenge? Well, you found it. I'm Evie. I work for the Peace Syndicate, and I've been looking to offer the adventure you're looking for. You see that big, beautiful city on your map? That's my hometown, and it's in serious trouble. If you're in a city-saving kind of mood, grab one of our bikes and take a self-guided tour. Brakes are on the left, or the right. Doesn't matter. You won't be needing them.
Boss, this is them.
You're the hero Evie's been telling me about. The pleasure is all yours. Name's Thunder. I'm a restaurateur, entrepreneur, party lizard, and well-loved man about town. Before we get into the heavy stuff, I need to be impressed. Get yourself a weapon and hit the targets I set up along the grind rails.
Recruits don't usually make it to a third conversation with us. Great work.
Yeah, things can get spicy when you're running with a peace syndicate. You've got what it takes to stay smooth.
Like your signature Ultra Hot 15 Spice aioli?
Exactly. The secret ingredients are fireflies and rage.
Someone is trying to start a war between the syndicates. They know that without unity, this city will fall apart. And in the chaos, they can take control. Their current MO is sabotage, messing with one syndicate and pinning the blame on another. I'm not a huge fan of sabotage. I'm a criminal artiste. I sign my work on the front, where people can see it. The Peace Syndicate's data network is this saboteur's latest target. I need you to reestablish our connection.
The network's back online, and someone's definitely stuck their sticky fingers all in our secure servers. If you can figure out what this data thief took, and why, we'll be one step closer to catching the culprit. Take a look through our files. I'll be able to ID what's missing if they took the first draft of my cookbook. Let's just say they've made their final reservation.
Good news! The cookbook survived. Does every recipe start with long personal anecdotes about your family farm?
A farm-to-table restaurant without the farm? Baby, that's just table.
Oh, and all of our intel on the Army of the Last Reality has been corrupted.
If our saboteur is working with them, there's more than an inter-syndicate war coming our way. Find me or Evie, and we'll go over the plan with you.
If we're uniting the syndicates, how about starting with the River Guard?
Just say you want to play with their katanas.
I want a sword, old man.
Collect a katana and attack dummy targets. We'll make sure they see you.
The River Guard will unite with us, if we can secure them a meeting with the Fox Clan. Those two still hate each other, right?
Everyone hates everyone, but they all love me. You'll have to do something really flashy to win the Fox Clan's respect. Grab the best weapon you can find, and survive for as long as you can.
Turns out the Fox Clan are big fans of our hero here. They've agreed to meet with the River Guard.
Sounds like we're planning a party.
A tense, uncomfortable, high-stakes party at a secure location. Your specialty.
Not the restaurant. Last time I served their negotiation dinner, I spent all night pulling broken table pieces out of the walls. Find a capture point and claim it. We'll host our guests there.
Capture point secure. I'll send in our paranoid, skittish, trigger-happy guests.
Point taken. Hero, you better get out of here in case things go sour.
Well, everyone remained calm, no weapons were drawn, and the River Guard and the Fox Clan talked like adults.
Good work. We're halfway there. But don't get too comfortable. We're in the dinner rush phase of the plan. Tickets are coming in. Promises have been made. The dining room threatens to boil over into chaos. But if we can withstand the boiling pressure, something beautiful will come of this. I'll be in touch soon. Until then, check in with our newest allies. And keep the peace, hero.
We just got a message from the Luminaries. Our saboteur has been stealing weapon prototypes from their labs. The Luminaries are the intellectual syndicate. If you want it, they've invented it, studied it, or preserved it in a specimen jar. If we can recover their stuff, I think we have a good shot at recruiting them for Project Unite the Syndicate / Prevent Disaster. Track down the stolen weapon prototypes. That'll win them over.
Nicely done. The Luminaries have already sent over a thank you gift basket.
It's an assortment of mosses in specimen jars. Cool.
I know that, Moss. It pairs best with finding and unmasking a saboteur. Also, fresh squeezed slap citrus vinaigrette and ultra blue cheese. I could charge so much for this.
The luminaries are impressed with you, hero. They want you to use their tech to zero in on the location of our saboteur. Equip the luminary sensor backpack and get ready to gather some data.
Make sure that sensor backpack's on tight. We're going to send you through some calibration rings to download the saboteur's data. The side effects should be minor. You might be able to taste your own eyeballs for a bit, but it'll pass.
Looks like our saboteur is embedded with the unseen. Don't get me wrong, I'll cause a little chaos now and then, but always with a purpose. The unseen are unpredictable. They don't care when innocent people get hurt.
Subtle sabotage isn't usually on the menu for them. Something's up.
The unseen have been playing us, hoping the city syndicates would destroy each other in the chaos. But why? For power? Don't they understand what they'd be losing in the process?
The unseen isn't doing this on their own. Someone else is setting the menu.
But the syndicates built the city. It's ours. And without us, all of us, none of this matters. Hero, you need to sneak into unseen territory and remind them of that.
The luminaries have designed a disguise for you. Find it and put it on.
Protector of potassium. Guardian of the fruit bowl.
You are the peel they slip on in the dark. Highwire is the unseen's de facto leader. Talk to her. Or her right-hand flaming skeleton cat, you can't miss him.
This is it, hero. The fate of this city is in your hands.
The unseen won't listen to us. But after all you've done, if they don't listen to you, we're doomed.
We heard from Highwire. Whatever you said to them, it worked. Thank you.
You've got quite the silver tongue. And that's coming from a 5-time Silver Tongue of the Year winner. Highwire has given us the locations of her signal jammer nodes. The tech she's using to communicate with the enemy.
Oh, I got this. Grab your favorite smashing implement. It's time to destroy some signal jammers!
All the beacons have been lit. You've done the impossible. You've united the city and reminded us that we need each other.
So, how do we feel about making our hero here an honorary member of the Peace Syndicate?
Of course. And you're getting your own signature menu item at Gila.
Ooh, how about a roll called the Looper Log? The branding could be, it's the log Loopers love. Ooh, the City Saver Supreme? You could make it a lunch special. Ooh, how about Hero Meat? Just a big piece of meat with the word hero cooked into it.
Hey, who's chef around here? You stick to playing with knives.
Deal! Don't need to tell me twice. If you ever need any backup, we owe you one. Call us, and we'll be there. Keep the peace, hero.
It's Sloan. Day number... still in the jungle. I think you know that it takes a little more than dropping a tank on me to take me out. I'll have to thank my rescuer. Hope he doesn't expect a fruit basket. I have a plan, but I'll need to move fast. The key to all of this is the people who left this jungle behind. We have a new wrinkle here. These ruins are impossible to date using traditional methods. I don't like it. And, of course, no sign of catastrophic damage. It's as if the residents just vanished. But before they did, they left a message. And I know, but I think I'm the one intended to find it. I've found what looks like an ancient, busted machine. It's a telescope, or some kind of stellar projector? I'll need to run scans. If this thing can do what I believe it can, it will be key to my plans for the island.
From what I can tell, the apparatus uses kinetic ore prisms to manipulate light. If my instincts are right, I need to get it working. Now. I've scoured the villages of the people who lived here. Their inventions, their writings. They used refined kinetic ore to create amazing technologies. They were scientists, visionaries. And now, all we have of them is relics. I officially declare my physical recovery complete. I'm a little creaky, but I've got a mission. That's all I need. My investigations into the apparatus have been interrupted by a small army of explorers. This could work to my benefit. I've made contact as a possible expert for their team. If I can convince them to excavate the site, I can get the apparatus working. The glyphs are the only clues I have for the intended use of the apparatus. It's not enough. Yet, the explorers are pushing on with excavation. I need to figure out how to power this thing. I've been told, by someone you and I both trust, that we need to get off this island as soon as we can. Is that what the previous residents did? Find some true home among the stars? These glyphs are a clue to where we need to go next. If I can solve them. Attempts to match details from the glyphs with the movements of astronomical objects has been difficult. The glyphs appear to be predicting an incoming eclipse. All readings indicate that's impossible. But me standing here, alive? That's an impossibility too. And if these glyphs are truly the unheard voice of the past, then you know. I have to listen. Energy debris from the Riftgate collapse has complicated my long-range cosmic scans, but I am picking up something. A signal I've seen before. A very old signal. One I think I recognize. You're the last one I want to call in on this. You know me too well, for one. You'll be infuriating. But you're the only one I trust to handle this. I can't believe I'm saying this. But I need your help. Let's hope your aim hasn't improved. I don't know how I survived. Some stranger, he found me. And what's left of my tank, deep under the island. His technology kept me alive. He says it belongs to those who used to live here. When I recover, I need to learn everything about this jungle. Its people. I need a plan. A mission. I won't falter here. I won't surrender. Analysis continues on the incoming signal. It's not a natural cosmic phenomenon, and it's coming our way. With intent. There's no way the people who left this place could have known about this eons ago. Unless it's happened before, the eclipse is the key. It has to be. Jones, Sloan here. You know when and where you are, and that means you know what you have to do. And what will happen on this side when you're done. Tomorrow, you take the time machine back. And tonight, I'm recording this. It occurs to me that I've never sent a message through time, so you might want to check back. Everything you do will ripple forward to this very moment. This might not even be the first time I've recorded this message. Do the job, Jones. It has to be done. Jones, Sloan here. I feel like I've done this before, so let's assume I have. Unless this is deja vu. Alright, short version. You're back here for a reason. You're smart enough to figure it out. And it's not to change the future, by the way. Drop that fantasy right now. This is an extraction, and you're leading the way. You cannot hesitate in your duty, Jones. The world you're leaving is one of many, and there are more worlds than even you can imagine. Keep it that way. Do the job. Jones, Sloan here. This is not my first message, is it? You must be making progress. Or you're screwing everything up. If you somehow end up back in the now, I will destroy this reality out of spite. Not that that would stop you from somehow bumbling back into my orbit. There's a reason why it's always you and me. Time and time again. One of these times we're gonna get it right. And I'm pretty sure this is it. Jones, Sloan here. I've definitely left this message many times before, so get right to it, huh? This is the first time in countless lifetimes that I don't know what happens next. We're both heading off into the unknown. I guess this is goodbye for this me and that you. But we'll meet again. Reality's not done with us yet. Keep the campfires burning, Jones. Wherever and whenever you go.
Jones, you're late. I just dethroned the King of Olympus. I think I've earned some downtime.
First of all, we dethroned the King of Olympus. Second, no, I've been watching Megalodon. I don't like what I see.
I don't care.
Bring your friend.
Okay.
My sister Valeria is the arrogant super genius who found a way to summon Pandora's box. So I kind of consider myself on the hook for fixing this ever-expanding mess. You know, Jones.
Welcome back. Just so you know, Hope here has a little bit of a habit of picking a fight with the biggest bully she can find. So, we should make sure that we are in fighting shape. She's got her sights set on Megalodon.
Nice job on the car mod. I did smash it, but until that happened, pure magic. So, I spent some time poking around Meg's camp. I was right. The man's a full-blown wannabe tyrant. He wants to take the island, and he might just be strong enough. But he's not gonna make his move until his little shark ship is refueled, which explains the pipeline. Jones and I are gonna keep gathering intel. You keep fighting. Make us look good. Hey, Jones? I heard something out there I really don't like. Maybe it's time for us to round up the surveillance equipment.
Like, bad something or bad something?
Just chatter, I hope. I'm gonna start by saying there's a lot we don't know, so don't get too excited.
Was there something on the tapes?
Yeah, but it's probably just rumor.
Okay, you don't seem so sure.
I think we need to see what they're talking about out in the wasteland.
Good news, team. Megalodon has exactly one competent engineer, and she is splitting her time between building the pipeline and defending the refinery from people like us. We have time, but the second they get that nitro flowing, we lose. Megalodon will be unstoppable.
I've been following the chatter in the wasteland. I had a feeling we hadn't seen the end of Pandora's box, and I'm worried I'm right. The Wastelanders have been finding gems. I think they're from the box, which means we need those out of circulation. Find them and bring them to me.
Yeah. Not to critique your plan, but is that a thing that you should be doing?
Do you have a better solution?
It's just, your family doesn't have a great track record of, not destroying the world.
Yeah, well, I'm the black sheep. Let that come in handy for once.
First, I want to say I trust you.
Great. Then we don't need to hear the rest of what you have to say.
Hope, I have direct experience with this sort of thing. When I got lost in the 0 point, I got all the way lost, so just leave it alone. Power like that can't be controlled. Best case, it destroys you. Best case.
And worst case, it falls into the wrong hands. The box wants to be found. I can feel it, and if I can feel it, there are others. I found another gem. This one's at the Nitrodrome. I don't know much about Ringmaster Scar, but I've yet to meet a Wastelander who's been persuaded by a poetic, heartfelt conversation about feelings. I hear she likes cars. Maybe the two of you can find common ground over crushed metal, burned rubber, and going really, really fast. So, good news first. Scar seems to think you're cool, and she's willing to trade the gem. Bad news, she wants to be paid in the form of, Hold on, let me get the quote right. A stunt so dangerously, rip-roariously metal that it makes the gods wet their big golden bloomers. So, wear a seatbelt, I guess? Hey, you did it! I never doubted you, except for about 4 seconds in the middle there where I definitely thought you were done for. Bring that gem to me. We should talk.
The next gem is with a situation named Peabody. Now, I've been watching them for a week, and I don't think they're hostile. Maybe the bottom guy is, but the top guy seems to be in charge. I think he's in charge. I don't know. I'm more of a banana guy.
He's an amateur gardener, a professional mechanic, and an expert at being high in fiber. That should be enough intel for you to catch the guy's attention. According to Peabody, he'll help us if we help his, dummy? I'm assuming he's an employee?
And he's around somewhere, but we'll know when we see him. Peas are not helpful.
You got the gem. Just one left. And it's with him. Megalodon. Something about being around these gems. It makes me feel, I don't know, nauseous, but in a good way. And this headache. And the visions. Don't tell Jones. I don't want him to worry. And we're so close to getting the good ending here. I'll be in touch. Hang tight, pal. Let's finish this together. I need that last gem. Right now.
Mm-hmm. Is that you speaking, or is this some sort of Pandora's box power thing? Asking because your tone is frightening.
I'm fine. Another headache. Pipeline's almost done. We're running out of time to get the final gem. Take out guards, blow up his stronghold, search backpacks, whatever it takes.
That's the last one.
Okay. Give me the gem. Ah! Who are you? Call me the Oracle, my child. And oh boy, do we have some talking to do. So, confession time. I've been talking to Magneto.
Oh, great. Because he seems trustworthy. Why are you talking to Magneto?
Well, he came to talk to me.
Things are about to get weird, aren't they?
Well, I summoned a magic water ghost, so... Ghost? I am a seer, a soothsayer, a very powerful lady. Don't get it twisted, Miss Underground. Do you want to talk or not? Yeah, fine. Okay, walk with me. This box should destroy you, but instead, it talks to you. What does it show you? What does it say? When I connect to the box, it promises me everything I've ever wanted. Peace, harmony, hope. I know that it's just showing me what I want to see. That if I give in, it'll destroy me.
Hey, I know you. You're not gonna let that happen.
It's not that easy, Captain Tough Guy. Hope and this box, they're linked by fate, by the cycles of time and destiny eternal. But the Wanderer, his interference has warped this fate. His presence has rewritten the stars themselves. And now it is not enough to simply close the box. You must fight. And you must win. Do you see it now? You were meant to be the hope at the bottom of Pandora's box. I get it. It's literal. It's literally your name. Take it up with the fates, okay? This Wanderer has taken the box's power for himself, and he has sealed your fate along with his. There is no turning back for you now. You must fight this Wanderer. But I'm just hope. I don't know if I am who you think I am. If you take a stand, others will follow. You need not stand alone. But hope, you already have everything you need. Prepare for a war, my child. A war you must win.
Hey, Valeria. Remember when I'd accuse you and your friends of trying to ruin the world and you'd roll your eyes? You'd say something like, quiet, the adults are talking, fun times. I'm not really sure what brought that to mind. Maybe it's you opening Pandora's box? I'm not leaving this message to gloat. I'm really not. I plan on doing that in person. But, yeah. I think it's time for me to go. With all of your connections, you probably know this already, but Pandora's box is a part of something bigger. I can't shake the sense that I'm a part of it, too. I don't know where I'm going or when we'll see each other again. So if this is goodbye, it's been nice being your sister. And I'll be honest, even better being your nemesis. Take care of yourself. Nisha says hi. Hey, me again. I forgot a few things last time. First, Feely says hi. At least I think that's what he said. Apparently he really enjoyed being a hostage. He loves attention, so that tracks. Jones is still not your biggest fan, what with the nana napping and all. But I've convinced him to get out of the vengeance game. For now, you're welcome. Don't make a habit of it. You know, you could maybe pick up one of these times. All right, I'll try you again. Okay, that time you definitely sent me to voicemail. You are gonna feel so bad when you finally listen to these. But I'm sure whatever you're doing is much more important than having a final conversation with your sister. I disbanded the Underground. But if you want the Underground to stay gone, you're going to have to invite them to the table. You've got a lot of rebuilding to do. Don't do it alone. Nisha can help. The Underground are good people. They hate you, so right there you know they've got good judgment. I set up a meeting. The rest is up to you. Do the right thing this time. I know you will. Okay, this time I was really hoping you'd pick up. I don't really know who else I can talk to about this. So, turns out, my art can see the future. Well, no, wait. I can see the future, but
it only shows up in my art. I'm not explaining this well, am I? You know your whole fire thing? I can see the future through my paintings. So, kind of the same thing. I think I just had to say that. That's probably it. But I can't rule out another call.
Sir, they took your car when we weren't looking, and retrieve my stolen vehicle, or I'll retrieve your worthless hides. I don't care if the workshop scares you. Deliver the gold, or face your punishment. Alpha team's down. They need backup. Retrieve their masks and inform recruitment we have vacancies to fill. If any of you see Midas in the field, you know where to aim. I want those golden hands mounted on the walls of my study. The next parcel is ready for delivery. See that Daigo receives it promptly. We have a Midas sighting, sir. Then why are you talking and not shooting? The machine's been installed in the workshop, sir. Finally, some good news. Daigo will be pleased. There are outlaws in my home. What am I paying you for? Eliminate them! I will not tolerate cowardice and insubordination. If Daigo gives you an order, you follow it. Understood? I've got a Durburger gift card for whoever puts an end to Midas. Get shooting. Alpha Team 3.0 is on the move. But, sir, what's the mission here? Daigo gets the gold he needs, and I get the power he promised. That's all you need to know. The bounty on Midas just went up tenfold. If you want to become wealthy beyond imagining, bring me the man with the golden hands. Petty superstition should keep the locals away from Daigo's workshop, but if curiosity gets the better of them, you know what to do.